This week on the Broncos Sports Report, we're talking about baseball, softball, a little bit of golf, payment of players, and the sports you want to know about. Welcome to the Broncos Sports Report. I'm your host, Demetrius Wright. And as always with me, my partner in crime, Austin Luttrell.
It's good to be back. How are you doing this week, Demetrius?
I am doing wonderful. This is a good week. This has been a good week. You had a good week?
It has been a good week. It's been a busy week. Lots of sports to talk about.
Let's get into it. Our first topic is softball. The girls' team is 26-8. They are doing wonderful. Matter of fact, they're 15-1 in conference. And oh my goodness, they just blew out everybody this weekend. They played 4 games over 2 states, and they just blew out everybody.
Played 4 games in Missouri this weekend. They got a run rule. The bats were alive as usual. Yeah. They had against Southwest Baptist their first game on Friday, their doubleheader. 5 home runs in 2 games. Yeah, including 2 from Ashton Smith, Tori Collette, Emily Ditmore, all chipped in.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget about Ali
Zadula hit one as well. And
yes.
They always seem to have these just really big outbursts in innings that really just put the game away. And then, the third, fourth inning, the game's over because they score like 5, 6 runs. They have that kind of offensive firepower.
Matter of fact, with the hitting, the girls, they are so dominant, they don't even have to rely on their pitching because their hitting is so dominant that even though they got great pitching and pitchers that can shut down a whole team, all they have to do is go rely on their hitting because, like I said, it's murder's row. They're up there. It's out.
Yeah,
it's out.
We can't forget about their pitching. That's always solid too. Mm-hmm. But it always helps to have this firepower behind you in the lineup. Just home run.
Yeah, runs.
Scoring runs like crazy. They've won 18 out of 19 games, and in that span they've averaged 7 runs per game.
Yes.
So really, just
hammering. Oh, they are
8 run rules also. Maybe 8 run rules in this span too. They're on fire.
Softball is nice. It's a mighty nice sport. There's not really a lot to say about softball.
They win.
They win. It's simple. They win. Go on. Next topic, baseball. 21-7 overall. They're 17-7 in conference. They're just like the softball team. They're hitting everything out the park. They're scoring. Matter of fact, they just swept,
Northeastern State,
yeah,
and beat them in their last game 20-3.
20-3.
That is an impressive number of runs to put up in a baseball game on 23 hits. Yeah. It's unbelievable. 20 runs.
20. What is that? A whole bunch. That's what that is. It's a whole bunch. I can't even count like that. It's a whole bunch. Every time they're up, they're scoring. They're hitting home runs. And if they're not hitting home runs, they're hitting triples. They're hitting doubles. They're stealing.
They're doing what has to be done to win the games, giving their pitcher plenty
of opportunity.
I mean, you score 20 runs, your pitcher doesn't really have to worry about run support at all. That is about as good as you can give your pitcher.
That makes it easy for the pitcher himself to concentrate and just say, okay, all I got to do is get people out.
Because once you get that big lead, you can relax. You got plenty of insurance runs, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think it helps the pitcher pitch a better game.
Yeah, he can just sit there and just throw.
He can just relax, not worry about being stressed. If it's a 1-0 game where you give up 2 hits and you might lose the game.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that as a pitcher because you got so much hitting going on. The baseball team, just like the softball team, mighty nice. Go Broncos. Next topic is tennis. All right, tennis. The ladies are 11-7, 5-2 in conference. They just beat Lincoln 9-0, and then they had to play Southwest Baptist, and they lost 3-6. Now, the ladies of tennis, they are still amazing because these are powerful, powerful ladies. And have you seen them run? These ladies run back and forth. Oh, my God. I don't see how they lost because they are phenomenal athletes. I don't see how they could lose.
It's consistency. That's what tennis tennis is a sport. You got to be consistent. You got to have a consistent forehand. You just can't start spraying balls everywhere. Everything's got to be, solid. You can't just be up and down and expect to have a successful year or career in tennis. But I think that's their problem right now. Up and down. They just got to get it together. I mean, 4 straight losses. They thought they had it back, and then they lost another one.
Do you think
up and down here.
You think it has to do anything with the weather? Because being that they play outside and it's windy, and
I mean, wind.
Does it have an effect on the game?
I mean, wind does definitely have an effect on the game. You gotta especially if you're into the wind, if the wind's coming at you, you can hit harder. But if it's behind you, you can't hit as hard, or the ball's just gonna sail out. Right. Serving, it really affects serving.
Right, and we're dominant servers.
Wind is definitely a big factor in the sport of tennis.
True.
Really plays a part, but you got to deal with it though.
Right. You have to deal with it. You can't just
use wind as an excuse for not playing well.
Right.
You just got to learn to have to deal with the wind and overcome it. It's just another thing you got to overcome.
True. I agree. And with the women of tennis, I'm really thinking that was just a small falter. I think they're going to do good next week when they take on. There's the buzzer. We got to go. Next topic is track. Okay, at Oklahoma Baptist University, start of the outdoor season, the ladies got 27 top 8 finishers. Think about that. 27 top 8 finishers. Leading off with Alyssa McCartridge in the pole vault. She placed first. And Andrea Price, she in the long jump, she also got first. And then there was a whole bunch of second-place finishers.
Yeah. Just a couple, the hammer throw and shot put and the 100-meter hurdle. So good start to the outdoor season for the Broncos.
Very good start to the outdoor season. I am lost on track because it is such an easy sport to follow.
But a hard sport to cover. Because the co-host here has pointed out many a times, we don't have a track field.
We need a track field. And it's hard to follow them because you got to travel all over to follow them. And I want to follow them. Okay, next topic. We're going to hit the lightning round. First and foremost, golf. What do you feel about it?
They're competing today. We don't really got any results. I think they'll do well. They've done well in the past. They're having a good season. So we'll find out for you and have it for you next week. Basketball.
Josh Gibbs. He is an All-American. The
second team
All-American. And he is the 22nd All-American.
He's the 22nd All-American in UCO, first since 2011.
Hockey. They placed 7th in the nation. That is a good start to them. So good ups to the hockey team for placing 7th. We wanted it higher. But last thing, spring football is starting. What do you think about it?
I think it's going to be interesting. See these new recruits coming in. They seem to be excited about their class.
Yeah, this is going to be a good season. I have faith in the UCO Broncos and the football coaching staff. We're going to have a good season this year.
Bobek's a good coach. I think he'll get this program back on track.
Next topic is payment of players. Now, not so much payment of players. Are athletes considered employees of the school? What do you think?
I think they should definitely get something. I mean, there's a lot of problems. Certainly, who do you pay more than the others? What happens there? But they need something, maybe just for groceries, or maybe a movie every now and then. Not like a whole lot, but something to help them.
Definitely,
because they don't have time to work.
Right.
They got 20 hours a week. Football is an example. 20 hours a week of practice.
Yeah.
Plus games.
That's
another 3. So it's roughly 23 hours a week, and you're not getting paid for it. You're not going to have time for a job.
You're not allowed a job. If you're on scholarship or you're not allowed a job because that's against the NCAA rules. You're not allowed to earn extra money or somebody just to bring you some money and be like, hey, here, take this, because that's a booster. Yeah. That could be bad.
It's an extra benefit to the players, which NCAA does not like helping their athletes, their student athletes, who they make millions of dollars off of. And the NCAA, I think they're exploiting the players.
They are exploiting
How much
players.
are they making off these athletes? Millions.
Even the small schools.
Yeah.
Because I have UCO gear, all this UCO gear. Did the players get any of that money? No.
Do they get money for their jerseys?
No.
And then also, I think they should at least be allowed to sell their stuff.
Yeah.
It's not the NCAA stuff once you give them that ring for winning a bowl game or their jersey or their autograph.
If you don't want players in here because the players get in trouble because they're doing illegal stuff or
trying to make a
extra
living.
Yeah, make money, and you want to kick them off the field for trying to make a living and trying to make it, you want to give them some money. Pay them. We'll be back next week with the sports that matter to you.